If you're like me, embarking on a journey towards a more intentional life or decluttering your life away from all the physical items, you'll realize that one of the biggest hurdles we'll experience as we transition to a minimalist is letting go of sentimental items. When we have decided that we want to work towards a minimal life, everything was new and fresh, we find things to declutter, challenge ourselves to part with things. Everything was exciting until one point where we have to face our sentimental items. We don't know what to do with it. Declutter or not to declutter? I pondered over this question for quite a long time, and I didn't know what to do with all these sentimental items. I'll consider myself a sentimental guy. I mean, I kept my extracted teeth, childhood toys, and travel tickets for no other reasons than safeguarding the memories. These sentimental items are so hard to part with because we give meaning to it. It can signify the importance of our relationship, like gifts or heirloom. Celebrate our accomplishments with medals and certificates, or recalling experiences with souvenirs and air tickets. I'm pretty sure we all have sentimental items. It might not be similar to mine, but I'd love to let you know that it's alright to hold on to sentimental items if they constantly bring you joy and happiness. We should not deprive ourselves just to have the label minimalist on us. There's no perfect way or standard for us to live a minimal life. First and foremost, we have to identify why are they sentimental to us. Why are we still holding on to them? If they are useful, no doubt, keep using them. They are totally out of the decluttering picture. But if they are not useful and we are still keeping them, could it be because of the endowment effect? We need to be aware of this emotional bias towards the things we own. We place greater value on things once we have established ownership, making us reluctant to part with stuff even though the things might not bring us a lot of value. Are we keeping it because of the memories that comes with the thing? If that's the case, it's time for us to eradicate the misconception of the relationship between the things and the memory. We are fearful that once we lost our sentimental items, the same thing goes for our memories. But that's never the case. Getting rid of material possession is totally different from erasing memories because the memories is always in our heart and mind and not on the things. In fact, things are merely just a catalyst for us to recall memories faster, and we can always digitize these physical items into digital form and it works exactly the same. Before I declutter anything sentimental, I'll take a picture with my iPhone. For example, my travel tickets or childhood toys. If it is slightly more sentimental, something that I've worn or loved for quite a while, I'll take it with my camera or video it down. If it is a letter or physical photograph, I'll scan it with a scanner, which I'll borrow it from my brother. And that's a good way to safekeep your photograph because they are not prone to molding or yellowing. If you don't have any scanner, there's scanning services out there that can help you do the work. Or you might want to try an app, Cam Scanner. Not the best quality, but it works fine when you're scanning letters. Even after we declutter our sentimental items, if we still have the visual supports from the images, we can always pull back those memories as long as we have access to our computers or phone. If the sentimental items do not bring you value, memories, or joy, then you are keeping them just for guilt. If that's the case, I see no point keeping them. It might be a gift, but there's no obligation for us to keep things that we won't use. We shouldn't be burdened by something that is supposed to add value into our life from the giver. We don't even need to feel guilty because, it's our life, it's our home. We have the right to make room for what's truly important to us, and I'm pretty sure the giver will want the best of everything for us. If it's an heirloom, we can share it with our family members and see who can receive more values by owning it. For example, I had a ring given by my grandma. She handed it to my mom when I was really young, and I just received it not long ago, a few years back. It was one of the rings that she wants to pass down to her grandchildren, and I'm really grateful for that. But it does not have any meaning or memories of my grandma. In fact, a photograph I took of my grandma meant so much more to me as compared to the ring. It has sat on my drawer for a few years, and I have no idea what to do with it. And a few months back, I returned it to my mom. And recently, the thoughts of repurposing this ring came across my mind after watching Levi Hildebrand's video on ethical ring. I felt that it's possible to repurpose this ring into a wedding ring. I don't know yet. I'm not sure about the material. Might use it in the future, but for now, I'll leave it with my mom. There's many other ways you can handle your things after you have decluttered them. I've mentioned 6 ways for you to handle your decluttered items on my video. What's after decluttering? At this point in time, I still have some sentimental items I'm holding on to in my life, and all of them are kept intentionally. For example, the birthday cards that were given by my girlfriend. I can definitely scan them, but I prefer to keep them physically. I still have tons of photos of myself when I was a kid. I don't have time to scan them anytime soon. Even if I do, they are kinda not mine to begin with, even though I'm in the picture. I'm pretty sure my parents will prefer the physical version because they are not that well versed with technology. If parting with sentimental items at one go might be too harsh on you, you can always start your decluttering with the easy things like unwanted junk to build the momentum, or slowly reducing the number of sentimental items. If you have a whole box of sentimental items that remind you of someone you love, instead of holding on to the whole box, you can limit yourself to 1 or 2 things that represent your loved one the most. Because by having less, we can appreciate better, have stronger meaning for that particular item, instead of having tons of them and dilute the meaning. Lastly, I want to say that a lot of time we felt like we are losing out getting rid of our possessions, and that is another emotional bias called loss aversion. We often overlook the benefits of removing material possessions, benefits like gaining more time, space, energy, and freedom, and we forget about them because all of these things are intangible. We can actually gain more than losing if we are able to let go of emotional attachment from things. That's how I let go of my sentimental items, and hope this can help you with your decluttering process. And also remember that it's not an obligation for you to keep those sentimental items. Neither it is a rule for you to get rid of them just to be a minimalist. If you feel that this channel has provided you value and wish to support this channel and keep this channel going, you can head down to my Patreon link at the description below and show your support. Your contribution can definitely keep this channel going. And these are some of the big supporters for our channel. Like always, if you're not at a point where you can support this channel monetarily, your help by clicking the like button, subscribe to this channel can help a lot by pushing this video to other people. I'll really appreciate it. So that's all I have for you guys. If you are new here, you can check out my other minimalism video or my self-development video down in my channel. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys soon.